Let's go back to where it all began. How would you describe your hometown?
Small, very small compared to everyone on this team. Most of these guys are from Atlanta or Jacksonville, where I'm from Cedar Rapids, Nebraska. About 300 people. I live on a small farm, so just completely different atmosphere.
You started as an education major and you switched over to criminal justice. What made you want to make the switch?
So I was an education major, and I wanted to inspire little kids until I did a little job shadow, and I realized I did not have the patience, for that. So I switched to criminal justice, and my plan is, after college, probably to go into the police academy.
How do you think being a football player will help you transition into your professional career?
I can handle a lot of pressure, especially for example, the Community Bowl, coming down the last few seconds, I could handle all that pressure put on me.
What are some of the resources that are provided to student athletes to help you juggle being a student and an athlete?
For me, when I get in classes that are a little bit harder, especially my major classes, I end up getting tutors, and they help me a lot, because they either been through the class or they've graduated, or they just know that subject. That helps a lot when they can break it down into little finer pieces. Coaches are good too. I've had coaches text me when I'm struggling and say, hey, we can try to help. No promises we know about it, but we can at least try to help you. And other teammates, I've had Bastic a few classes, and so he knows what it takes, and just depends on the teacher. So,
what are the major differences from a student and a student athlete when you're at Georgia Southern?
How you manage your time, especially while traveling. My freshman year, I was taking about 15 to 18 hours. And I remember all my teachers either saying it was due before this, it was due right after this. So you had to find time either while you're riding the bus to do it, or when you get off the bus, I have to start working on my homework because it's due the next day. But most times you wanted to do it ahead of time. You aren't focusing on schoolwork, you aren't on the field oh, well, I got to do this. You should be, focused on, being a football player, and then off the field, getting it done so you don't have to worry about that.